I want to ask you about like self-fulfillment and personal satisfaction, because I know you were just an engineer for a long time, and just that until this project. Has this been very fulfilling for you?
First of all, is I like to challenge myself. So I like the challenge. I like the journey. While I am interested in, and my goal is succeeding, whatever the word success means. In this particular case, there's also a more personal thing, right? Because me and her, we are engaged. So a big part of my drive, and this was at the beginning, right, when we weren't together, part of her charisma and part of the reason because I decided to do this is because her reasoning for wanting to do music has nothing to do with fame, has nothing to do with money, has nothing to do with all these things. She actually very much disliked that part of the business. She had, let's put it this way, like a kind of a hard childhood, let's put it this way. And with her music, she kind of wants to touch people and kind of make them know that if they're going through the same thing, they're not alone. And there's people out there that, that understand that. And even just describing a certain emotion with a song, other people relate with that. And even if you don't say it, they feel like, hey, that's me, right? That's how I felt, So there's some sort of comfort in that. And so for me, it's very fulfilling to even try to make her dreams come true. That's, I think, the most fulfilling part of it. Yes. So you see, like I kind of take myself out of the equation. I'm not interested in like the glory and the fame or anything like that. I really generally, this started because I felt like she deserved to be heard, and that was my drive. Let's put it this way. I just wanted to try to make her dream come true.
This is so interesting, and I'm going to think out loud here, but I'm sure that there's something that we can learn out of this. I find it interesting that even for her, who's supposed to be at the front, there's something about it that was fun for a time, but as far as like long-term motivation goes, that's really only possible, again, when you take yourself out of the equation and recognize that you do this for other people. I mean, we can go into like your YouTube channel, which is no small feat. Like that's difficult to continue to maintain and do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were doing this for, I'm David, I'm dope, and this is my channel, like you would have quit, right?
Yeah. Well, a long time ago. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it's so interesting, like how at the end of the day, we still have to figure out ways to kind of be selfless. And again, say the word that you said, like be humble.
Yeah.
And that's so awesome that, and granted, this is so funny because this entire story is biased because you are engaged to Bella. So like that.
Absolutely. But that kind of came after, right? Because you meet such a pure soul, and it's kind of like hard, to not fall in love like that. And I also think that the audience, for the most part, at least a certain kind of audience, let's put it this way, I think people can read through it, and can read it like when someone is genuine, like whatever you do, either if you're on your YouTube channel or if you're an artist, I think a lot of people can read your reasoning for it. And look, I'm not bashing people that does it. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not that deep. I just want money and cars, and that's it. And that's why I do music. There's nothing wrong with that, right? It's to each his own. And I think you attract your audience, you attract the people that wants the same, right? Which, it's fine. But when you are in a certain way and you have, like, let's say, I don't want to offend anybody, but like deeper reasoning behind what you're doing, you also attract a certain audience, which, I think it's, for the long run, I think it's better.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Hands on my neck, hands grab my throat. Lift me up, man, take control. Heart is so gone, my type. Don't you know I fall for the bad type? You play the role of an angel pretty well, but I can say